Now to this. Many would recognize this famous masterpiece, The Last Supper by Leonardo DaVinci. Though they don't call themselves actors, a group of men who have other jobs, a small group of men that bring that mural to life through an adapted play in the weeks leading up to Easter. The cast changes often, but the tradition has remained steadfast out in 21 country, and now it is up to the founder's granddaughter to carry on that legacy.
It was very obvious that that first group of men from different backgrounds and with different professions, it was their way of witnessing to other lay people.
Not much has changed in 5 decades.
I was scared to death the first time I did it.
I get the nerves a little bit right before my part every time, even if I know it really well.
Acting was not one of my things I'd ever tried.
13 men stepping outside their comfort zone to act out a dramatic scene from the Bible.
Remembrance, to bring a little different perspective from the Last Supper of what it actually was to modern day, to show everybody the perspectives then and how they can apply now.
Depicting what went through the disciples' minds after Jesus revealed a shocking prophecy.
He has just told us, one of us is a betrayer.
Costumes and makeup not for thespians, but rather salesmen, engineers, carpenters, a vet, even a brewer.
Judas had to do what he did in order for us to have the story that we have for the cornerstone of the faith.
My soul is not as black as some might think.
I guess I like to put some humanity into the role and make it more relatable. My dad was in the play when I was a kid, so my brother and I helped with sound and lighting and just tearing down the sets and everything. So when we got old enough, we were recruited to do some parts, and we've kind of been in it ever since as well.
Brian Smith has been performing for 34 years.
I started doing my part in a tape recorder and listening back to myself to try and learn the lines. He selected me to be one of the 12 apostles. Well, you got the light shining in your face, so you can't see the people, so it makes it a lot easier.
The youngest actor, Brad Eichelberger, responded to the drama group's urgent plea for help.
My dad called me about a couple of weeks ago. He said, we have the 12 disciples, but we're missing a Jesus, and do you still have your beard and whatnot? I was like, yeah, I still have my beard. I think it'd be a cool father-son thing to do. I feel like no speaking lines is kind of easy, so I could feel for how everything goes. Maybe next year I might want to try out for a speaking part as well.
I was with him in the home of Jairus when he raised his little daughter from the sleep of death. We do this as a work of love for different congregations of all the churches that we could reach out to and have for the last 52 years.
Kim Hosier's grandfather started it all. She continues his work today.
In 1970, they did it on Palm Sunday there at Simpson, and it was so well received that the next year I think they took it to 2 or 3 other churches in the area. It's become a really neat, important way of celebrating the Lenten season.
Who can it be? Is it I? Is it I?
Is it I?
A family tradition, unwavering, out in 21 country.
I can see my grandfather's face. I think he would light up. If he's looking down, I really hope that he's smiling, and I'm glad to be a part of it.
A nice performance and a beautifully shot piece by our special projects producer, Daniel Beals. The lighting on that was just amazing, wasn't it? If you'd like to watch the Last Supper performance, they'll be at the Parkwood Church of God in Fort Wayne on Sunday at 6 p.m. You can find times and locations for their upcoming shows in Columbia City and Kendallville on our website, WPTA21.com.